Hello friends, my name is Jayesh. I'm passed out of 2002-2004 batch of Exam B, and here I got to interact with Nupur and Neha. They're doing great work with us during their RLE, and we were just discussing the way Swaraj Ashram can find some help from your batchmates. So here's the opportunity for me and for you to work together and during your summer internship program. So we are offering 4 internships, and in that context, we wanted to share what we are trying to do here at Swaraj Ashram. So at Swaraj Ashram, we are trying to first stop in certain way the vicious circle of 5 major problems we are facing, that is called climate change, loss of tradition and culture, the increased crime in the society, and more willingness to actually commit crime, and illness, especially the mental health. And the last one is disintegration of family. So the way we see these problems are very interlinked. You can't really solve one problem without thinking about other 4 problems. So once we halt this vicious loop which is taking us down, then how do we set in motion a virtuous loop to bring the society, families, individuals, and the nation and the climate, in a good direction. So the 5 things we are working here at Swaraj Ashrams, you can't really correlate the problems with the solution because we believe this one-to-one handling of the problems actually aggravate the problem. We really do not know the cause and effect of so many things in our life. So we are not claiming that these 5 problems are related to certain way, the 5 solutions we are trying to adopt. But we certainly see at a very subtle level that these 5 problems can be solved by alignment of 5 solution approach. So the 5 solution approach we have is first is non-violent production. What does it mean? It simply means that we produce our food and other necessary items for survival, not by harming the nature, but by aligning with the nature. तो प्रकृति के को तोड़कर नहीं, प्रकृति के साथ जोड़कर जो production होता है, we are calling that production as a non-violent production. The second one is called learning to learn. So what happened in our school system, we really didn't learn how to learn because we were always given answers. And they asked the questions at the end of the term. So हमारे मन में के questions का जवाब उन्होंने नहीं दिया. They gave their answers and then gave us question. And उसके बाद they decided कि हम intelligent हैं कि नहीं है. So and even then after we get certain job or certain position, our attitude toward learning is really very dismal. So we are trying to sit together and we are trying to be curious and we are trying to learn how to learn itself. So that's the second one. So non-violent production, learning to learn. The third one is lived justice. So all of us has come across so much information in this age of media and social media, but we are not really acting upon all that information. तो कहने का मतलब cigarette is injurious to health, but still how many of us can actually quit? Similar problem exists in other addictions also. So how do we live all those values, all those learnings which we are getting, from media and other sources? So our solution approach for lived justice is community. So when we make a cohort and we learn together without being judgmental, we support each other in our de-addiction journey from whatever addiction you call it. Enjoyment is also addiction. I believe salary is a very huge addiction. So that looking good, not being good. Looking good is another addiction. Showing off, need of validation, all these are addictions. So how do we help each other sit together and leverage the power of dialogue and the market mechanism to really de-addict ourselves? It's like Alcoholic Anonymous, the power of collective. So that's the third thing we are trying to do. The fourth one is well-being. So we are not medical practitioner, but I believe that well-being is about living in a boundary. So nature has set up certain boundaries. So when we are transgressing those boundaries, then we are facing all these health issues, all this coronavirus and all those things. These are manifestation, the way of nature to tell us that we are transgressing our boundaries. So well-being for us is restraint. So how do we how do we restrain ourselves? And the tool for this is myth busting and the knowledge. So just trying to compile all the information which is out there in universities, all the cutting edge research which scientists are providing us, and translating it into a language which a people like you and me can understand, and that should make us fearful of not transgressing boundaries. So we shouldn't cross those Lakshman Rekha. So that is what we mean by well-being, by restraint. And the fourth one is societal prosperity. So don't you think that we all are trying? Most of us, at least in our domain, we are becoming better and better economically, but at the same time we are experiencing the poverty in the society. So what is it happening? Why this conflict exists? That few of us are getting better, and most of us, our brothers and sisters, they're falling behind. So is this really the model of development? Because inequality can destabilize the whole idea of society itself. So how do we design solutions which can bring societal prosperity? So these 5 things, the combination of these 5 solutions, we believe can tackle those 5 problems which I listed earlier: climate change, loss of tradition, culture, increased crime and the fear mindset in the society, lack of trust, illness, especially mental illness, and the disintegration of family. So this 5 problems and these 5 solutions. So as I said, that we are trying to halt the vicious loop and set in motion the virtuous loop. So here is the offer. So we are inviting 4 internships to work on each one will take lead in one of these 4 topics. So the first topic is value chain mapping of certain food items like ghee, masala, tel, and then creating knowledge products to inform society that they have a better alternatives. So we have list of non-violent producers. So how can we really connect? So we need all that information to create those marketing materials. So that is what that internship means. The second one is filmmaking. So we have created a lot of content, but it is not really simplified. And we want to make it simple. We want to make it comprehensible by the common man. So we work together and find out ways to use power of films, documentary, to engage people at large. That's a second internship. The filmmaking, that will involve scripting, recording, editing, inserting music, and really trying to make a consistent story. The third project is about marketing design. So it's a marketing campaign we will have to sort of roll out. So we will have a lot of pitches, marketing pitches, and we will test which one is able to strike the chord with the audience. So that is what the third project is all about. So it is really a hardcore marketing campaign designing. And the fourth one is knowledge products. So as I shared with you that well-being module, so we will have to do a lot of secondary research, primary research, and create knowledge product, very simple, easy to grasp knowledge product, and letting people know that we are harming ourselves and we can do better than that. So that is what the 4 internship is. So each one of you the 4 interns will take lead in one of those 4 modules, but we will continue to work collectively. So we will stay in one place. I will be with you, and we will collect a lot of data. We will feed each other. We will do a lot of contemplation together. And at the end of your summer internship, we will have certain way to go about really taking Swaraj Ashram concept to the masses. So what do you get in return? So we believe that in nature everything comes back to you. You really do not have a trade, one-to-one trade in nature. So we believe, since you are a student and we have some reserves with us, so we will take care of all of your out-of-pocket expenses. You will not spend even a single penny for your stay, food, and actually traveling around in Madhya Pradesh and actually enjoying community and village areas. In addition to that, if you are happy with your work, we will share it with our own network of social foundations, high net worth individual, and if they believe that you should be rewarded for your work, so they could financially reward you. So I assume that whatever internship you might get, amount you might get another internship if you do better, and if you are really confident about your skills and your hard work and your attitude to work, I think the finances should not be a problem. And in addition, we will have a lot of learning modules ourselves. We will invite people from outside to talk to us during those 2 months. So there will be a huge component of empowerment, training, capacity building, and making network among like-minded people. So that's our offer. And if you are interested to work with us, there are only two formalities. One, you have to write to us what is your learning agenda during the summer internship. And the second is you will have to tell us, you will have to fill a sentence into not more than 200 words. So basically, you just expand this thing. I am in pain. I'm feeling the pain of current system we are inheriting in terms of our politics, economics, society, and I'm in pain. So why are you in pain? So you just have to expand this thing in 200 words and send it to me. There's no interview. Even if more than 4 people are interested, you are welcome. And I sincerely, because I don't believe in interview, because I really don't know how you can judge other people. But these 2 questions will make you think, and by reading your responses, we believe there are few of us. We believe that we can really see if you really want to work with us. So thank you very much for your time, and please apply. Thank you very much. Jai Jagat.